visuals, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Superhero Wednesday, the day of the week where we like to flex our Lego and show our Funkos and talk all about comic books. Welcome back to the first ever part 2, issue 2 of a comic book review, because that's what we're doing this week, visuals. We're all talking, well, not all of this. You, a couple of people watching, and me and the dog are talking Ghost Rider issue 2. That's right, I enjoyed issue 1 so much, because I still to this day, I don't quite know. Alright, doggy, calm down. I know you're not a Ghost Rider fan. I don't know how well the comic book reviews come off. I don't know if I present them well. I don't know if it's the fact that I'm a fucking idiot, that they might sound a bit funny, and my lack of vocabulary, even though that was a good word right there, is shit. I don't know what it is, and I'm like, are they coming across well? Do the visuals enjoy comic book reviews? But regardless, I'm going to do an issue 2. And seeing how things go, I think I'm going to stick for as long as this run goes on. I think. Hopefully I keep that promise. But firstly, a bit of housekeeping to do. If you haven't already, go check out the issue 1 review before you listen to the issue 2 review. And secondly, there will be, I always say there will be spoilers. I don't know if you should have to worry about spoilers for a comic book or not, because I don't know to what extent the visuals actually read. Not just comic books, but the comic books that I pick up. I'm not 100% sure. But there's a bit of housekeeping done. It's time to talk all about Ghost Rider issue 2. What a fucking beautiful read. Tell you what, visuals, we'll take tape off and we'll actually get it out. And we'll start to say. Now, quick recap. Remember what's going on. We have a certain mystery kind of thing going on. Our good old pal Johnny Blaze, in the last issue, we know that he suffered a terrible accident. He's in this mental town which is being controlled and manipulated by supernatural forces. He has had this whole fictional life with a job and a family and kids and whatnot. The Ghost Rider's not come out for so long. This whole town was a front. It was a lie. There was just these horrible, demonic, disgusting, disturbing creatures lurking and posing as average day people. But there was some beautiful imagery. The stuffing the dog into the mailbox, obviously it wasn't really a dog. The psychiatrist trying to get all sexy and oh yeah, seductive, and then turn into this hideous foul creature, and at the end seeing Ghost Rider just taking loads of them on. So we know there's a mystery to unsolve here, and see what's really going down and who's put this veil over Johnny's and the spirits of Ghost Riders, who's put the veil over their eyes and what's going on. And so that's our last time on. See what I mean about do these comic book reviews come off well or not? Tell you what, do you know what I should have just done, which I probably would. I'll just read you the previously. Previously, Johnny Blaze was living the perfect life. He had a wife, 2 kids, and a home in a lovely small town. But after the tragic motorcycle accident, things just weren't the same. Darkness was spreading around him. He began having nightmarish visions, and this quiet town showed itself for what it really is, a prison. Now the spirit of vengeance is reborn, and Johnny and the Ghost Rider are seeking those responsible for their imprisonment. I should have just started off with that, because, oh my God. First thing, I'm going to say the imagery and the art for this issue 1 and now issue 2 has been absolutely beautiful. Just look at that. That just looks so cool. We see, I mentioned it before, Johnny suffering with his sort of injuries. We kick off lovely in this story with Johnny sort of looking back over the accident and whatnot. You know, like I said, we go back to his scar. We see the damage and whatnot's happening, and we kick kind of straight into gear, which is quite cool. We are obviously still in the town and seeing what's going on, and we have Johnny sort of wandering around with his motorcycle looking all sorts of confused, and then we get these little monologues. I always like doing the Johnny Blaze monologue, because I always imagine he's got a really cool badass voice. Just somewhat of a inner reflecting. There is which one is it? It's that one there. So we know that he says, I need to go hide for a bit, I need to heal up and whatnot, but he's trying to do some self reflection. He says, I need to remember what it means to be Johnny Blaze. And we know now that this separate division of it was the CIA, was it not? Have this supernatural division that they set up and they spend a lot of money on too, and they are making their way with this ominous female lady on their way to the town. What is the name of the town again? I cannot remember, to see what's sort of going on. But we get this gruesome, horrible, crazy imagery like that. Like, how fucked is that? So I fucking love this story. It's got all the awesome supernaturally horror elements, the scary, the what the fuck vibes that a Daredevil, a Ghost Rider comic should have. Some of the stuff that were like, except we've got the panel here of the burning church, a church that burned with the congregation still praying inside, a highway that wasn't on any map that featured flayed bodies crucified to every telephone pole for 10 miles. It's so scary. I would love to see this in a series form, but again, we go back to this stuff. We got this weird little eye. Can you see it? The eye popping out of of his scar, like this kind of stuff. This all like little creepy shenanigans. I just fucking love it. If I can find it, because some of it, Johnny's still trying to somewhat keep the spirit of vengeance at bay. There's a great panel I want to try and find. There it is, there, where we see this broken mirror shattered. Well, it's like mirror, and we see like his reflection with the Ghost Rider, the spirit of vengeance reflection in the middle and whatnot, and it's just great imagery. I absolutely love. But at the same time, we see all these weird, I'm assuming, and never actually thought about, I'm assuming it is, these weird little sort of sins in between, because he's in this like motel place and he can see behind the mirrors and whatnot and have a look around and shit. And we see like sort of little, like, to me that there just screams gluttony and stuff. I don't know what the sin with that old woman would be. But again, we get more of this weird imagery of he's walking through the town and he sees like weird eyes and all this disgustingness. We have this nice little back and forth between the two, where the transformation to Johnny to Ghost Rider goes on, and the back and forth is saying, "No, please leave me alone." Ghost Rider's saying, "I don't want to. I don't need. I don't need. I'm sick with," and it just says vengeance. I think Batman's vengeance now. But we get it cool because the way he's transforming, we see a full melting of Johnny's skin, which is just so friggin' dope, and it looks amazing. Again, this is what I was saying, how we've got all these weird little like creatures going on, this absolute sheer disgustingness, and just I mean, full-on Attack on Titan vibes down here. We've got these people all tied up, and they're just getting absolutely demolished and ate by this creature. We see Ghost Rider take on the big eye-ming and horrible fat creature, and eventually the CIA lot come to town. They're here. They hear this woman saying, "There was a man with a flaming skull," and at the end we see this beautiful little image of her saying, if I can remember what it is, it's "Whoever you are, whatever you are, I'm coming for you." And we see the nice little fire trail blaze that Ghost Rider has left behind with a beautiful cover of the next issue. And again, visuals, it was such a fucking beautiful read. Again, I'm not the biggest horror guy, but when it comes to because obviously bending the mold of a generic superhero like Ghost Rider does, I love, because he's a superhero, a comic book character, but it's such a thrilling character, and it's such a great story and beautiful artwork and all these horrible, sinny, demon hell sort of vibes. It's just, I don't know, it's nice, because I love to flick through my Spider comics, and I love to go through my next Batman or the Flash, whatever the fuck I'm reading, and I get to this and be like, okay, for a split sec, shit's gonna get really weird, scary, and crazy, and it's probably honestly. It's still one of the best things. Issue 1 was one of the best things I've read in ages, and issue 2 is right up there with issue 1. But it's definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, the best Ghost Rider story so far, 2 issues in, that I have personally read in years. So I highly recommend issue 2 and 1 if you haven't got them yet. But yeah, visuals, thrilling, exciting, disturbing, badass, wicked, cool. Beautiful artwork, beautiful story, and I cannot wait to see where it leads. I cannot wait for the head-to-head between her and I need to remember her name, wherever it is. I can't wait to see how this head-to-head goes on, because we know there's something a little bit different about her. She's got her own little shenanigans going on, and we need to see how this all started and what did this, who put them there, who truly made this, as it says, this prison. So visuals, there we go. It gets another still 10 out of 10. And please, any feedback on these, because I don't know if they're really shit, if you actually enjoy them, how I can present myself better, should I format it a lot better, or do you even give a shit? Any of them, just let me know. Apart from that, visuals, that was my review of Ghost Rider. I've got my own Spirit of Vengeance in. I would love if it's Spirit of Vengeance released, but somehow Batman snuck into a Ghost Rider comic book and was like, "Excuse me, I'm hunting you down because I'm vengeance now." That would be quite funny. But yeah, that was my review. It was absolutely amazing. And please, feedback if you could, because I don't know. No visuals. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for letting me sit down, put the camera up on my squeaky chair and speaking to a handful of people about Ghost Rider, because it's fucking fun. But visuals, more importantly, thank you so much for watching. Remember to always keep being you and keep on web slinging out.